Hello guys, we are going to start our course ethical hacking or cybersecurity. Topic we are going to see in this module are what is ethical hacking, phases of hacking, types of hackers, types of attack on a system. First, basically, what is ethical hacking? Or ethical hacker or a ethical hacking is also called as a penetration testing or a cybersecurity. It is a legal breaking into a system. It is also called securing the organization and defeating the bad hackers. Ethical hacker is one who legally breaks into a system. That means ethical hacker takes a prior permission from the organization to break into the systems. So why he need to break into a system? Ethical hacker breaks into a system to find out the threats or vulnerabilities in the systems, which a malicious attacker may find out and exploit those vulnerabilities, so which may cause a loss of data or a financial loss for an organization. Who is an ethical hacker? An ethical hacker is a skilled professional who has excellent technical knowledge and skills and who knows to identify the vulnerabilities and the vulnerabilities which can be exploited in the system. So the second topic we are going to see in this model is the phases of hacking. What are these phases of hacking? A attacker or a ethical hacker who wants to break into a system, there is some rules and steps to break into the system. That steps are called as phases. So there are five phases, that is reconnaissance, scanning, gaining access, maintaining the access, clearing the tracks. So we'll see the first phase in our ethical hacking, that is a reconnaissance. It is also called as a footprinting or a information gathering. As the name tells, information gathering, a ethical hacker needs to find the information about the organization. He needs to hack into that system or break into the system. He can't directly attack on that system, so he need to gather some information, some basic information, so that he can know about that organization, like how the network system has been built. There are two types of footprinting or a reconnaissance or a information gathering, that is a active and a passive. In the active one, you're directly interacting with the organization or the target, that is by using some of the tools in our Kali. And passive one is you are indirectly you're gathering the informations like social media. After the reconnaissance, a hacker should follow a second phase, that is a scanning. Mainly three types, that is port scanning, vulnerability scanning, and network mapping. So first, port scanning, hacker should find the ports which are open so that he can get into that system through that ports and create backdoors. Next is a vulnerability scanning. A vulnerability scanning is checking the or finding the vulnerability, that is a weakness in a system, so which can be exploited, which can be done using some of the tools. Network mapping, finding the topology of the networks, routers, file or servers, if any host information, and drawing network diagrams with the available information. This map may serve as a vulnerable information. So third phase is a gaining access. The hacker, which he got the information from the information gathering or the reconnaissance stage, and the some of the vulnerabilities in the scanning stage. So these vulnerabilities should be exploited to gain the access into that system, and he needs to his increase his privilege to modify the data in the system or the network. Once the hacker finishes his third phase, that is a gaining access, he need to maintain his access. A hacker can just hack the system to show it was a vulnerable, or he also can maintain a persistent connection through a backdoors, which can be done using the trojans, rootkits, or other malicious files. The aim is to maintain the access to the target until he finished the task he planned to accomplish in that target. The last stage of ethical hacking is clearing the tracks. And we all know that no thieves want to get caught, and an intelligent hacker always clears all the evidence so that in the later point of time, no one will find out any trace leading to him. This involves modifying, corrupting, deleting the values of the logs, modifying the register values, and uninstalling all the apps he used, and deleting all the folders he created. Types of hacker. There are different types of hat hackers. So, but there are mainly three hat hackers: white hat hackers, gray hat hackers, black hat hackers. Hackers have been classified on the basis that how they use their knowledge. White hat hackers, he does not penetrate or break into a system without the written permission. He always takes the written permission, then breaks into a system, and the black hat hackers, he finds the vulnerabilities and they exploit this vulnerability and they sell the obtained data into a dark web and earn the money illegally. The gray hat hackers, they do the both the legal on the illegal work, that they are both the white hat hacker and the black hat hacker, so they are called the gray hat hacker. Types of attack on a system: operating system attack, misconfiguration attack, application level attack, string wrap code attack. Operating system attack: depending upon the OS version, the attacker does the attack and takes the access to the OS. Many of the OS, such as Windows 7, has many vulnerabilities. If you go to cvedetails.com, that is CVE means Common Vulnerability Exposure, you'll get the many vulnerabilities, and the each vulnerabilities has their each CVE ID, that is a vulnerability common vulnerability exposure ID. This is 2022. The 2022 they had found these vulnerabilities. If you click on this, you get the which and all the OS version has been affected by this vulnerability. Misconfiguration attack: if any of the setting is wrong, then an attacker may attack into a system. This attack is called a misconfiguration attack, such as the college mails. So college mails, a college will give the mails to a students, and the username for this mails is the student's ID. A hacker can get this ID very easily, and the password will be of college name. The students, they won't change this password, that is a misconfiguration. So if they don't change this password, the attacker can attack on their gmails, and they can gain their access of the phones. So this is a misconfiguration attack. Application level attack: a web application attack by SQL injection. Websites such as HTTP and HTTPS. HTTPS is the websites which are having a SSL certificate, that is the encrypted one. So all the data that is been transmitted through encryption. So in the HTTP website, it can be hacked using the SQL injection. Shrink wrap code attack: when a hacker informs the organization about the vulnerabilities, but the organization didn't leave the patch for the vulnerability, and if the hacker comes and exploits that vulnerability, it's called a shrink wrap code attack. How to be safe from the attacks? Using antivirus, don't fall for the mails or the messages from the untrusted source, avoid installing apps from unknown source, don't use pirated software, don't save your login credentials online, keep the device updated, avoid using the public Wi-Fi.